it's like nothing was enough. For a time, marriage was great. I started a whole new business, learned a new language. Everything was great. Like most people that would look at my life would be, whoa, I want your life. Whatever you have there, I want it right now. I want it yesterday. And for me, it was never enough. Nothing was good enough. And there was sadness that was part of everything that I did. And I couldn't understand why. So at some point, I started my own journey in personal development and started diving in and asking questions and finding answers and learning myself. And during this journey, I was diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis. And well, before the diagnosis, I realized that things are not exactly working. I ended my marriage. I at some point closed my business because I realized the difference that this kind of work do for people. So I'm like, I want to learn it on a deeper level, because if I realized how my life changed, because it was like extreme change, I became super happy. I understand that I had all the answers. I stopped doing things that didn't make me happy, that I thought I was supposed to do as a human or a woman in the world. And life just was like, it was amazing. So I started studying it, right? Just to be able to deliver it. And my vision was, if I can understand that I have the choice at every moment to create the life that I want, to feel how I want to feel, to think the way that actually is supporting the life that I want to live, everybody can. So I want to bring this work to Israel, and I want everybody that I love to see it, to feel it, to experience it, to live it. I was so passionate about it. I think I still am. You can feel it. And I dove in. I left anything else and I dove in. And then at some point I got the diagnosis, and it was really hard. I'm like, oh my God, I finally thought that I'm in charge of my life. I finally thought that I'm worth something, that life work is worth something. And now you're taking everything away from me. Like, I'm going to end up on a wheelchair. I'm just in my 30s. What's happening? And of course, with all the work that I was doing, I learned how to manage it. I learned how to deal with it. And every day was better. It was a journey like everything else in life. And at some point, I realized that when I don't let my fear, my negative thoughts, take me from the present moment, I'm actually managing it really well. When I started doing the certain practices that I'm actually at the point was teaching people how to do, and I was, training them on how to create it in their lives, my mess was like changing. It was disappearing. I had nothing. And when I allowed my past, my pain, my fears, my stress to come to the present moment, things were different. So I started for me, it was new. I was like, oh my God, wait a minute. My mind actually affects my body. Is there a connection? I had no idea at that point there was a connection. It was new for me. And I was so excited about it. I started studying that and reading, and I was like, oh my God, like, I didn't make it up. It's real. I mean, there's science behind it. And I really believe that there is a reason for everything that happens in our lives. So, we have a purpose and we have a mission on this planet. And I guess that was my mission. But I needed the world to tell me, yes, you're in the right place, Talia, keep doing what you're doing. So what happened was, into the trainings that I was in, people with MS started showing up. I've never even knew MS was existed. MS was a disease until my diagnosis. And all of a sudden, after I had the realization that the work that I actually do changes our body, reverses autoimmune diseases, those people start showing up in my space, and they were telling me, oh my God, I never felt so free in my body since my diagnosis. I never felt like I can choose everything. I never felt in charge of my body parts. I was like, oh my God, there's a reason it's in my space. I get to focus on that. More and more people get to know, get to learn that they have the power to choose and they can heal. And since then, that's my mission. That's what needs to happen on this earth. And every day, that's what I focus on. I'm passionate. I love it. And I think that human beings are, you know, we are so powerful. There's so many opportunities for us. And I want to spread the message. I want everybody to know that.